Hello, my name is Joanna, and in this video I'll be showing you the basics of how to set up a fruit fly experiment. And this includes how to make the culture vials, how to anesthetize the flies, and lastly, how to tell the difference between male and female Drosophila melanogaster. So we're starting off with the basic prep work. So as you can see here, there are 6 of the fruit fly vials set up, and there's also this container that I'll be using to hold them in. And the vials are also labeled, so for example, this would be the control group vial number 4. And so now I'll just be placing them each into the container, and so we can begin. The first step is to make the medium. So we're going to open the bag and take out one of the scoops here, and then we're going to fill it to the top, after which we can pour it into each of the vials. The next step is to add the deionized water in an equal ratio, so using the same scoop and then pouring it right on top of the dry media. And then making sure to swirl the vial a bit to make sure that the contents are on even level. The next step is adding dry yeast. So in this case, I'll be using the back of a knife to select a few grains, as shown in here, before placing them into the vial. Next up, we're going to be adding some netting for our culture vials. So having one piece right here, we're going to fold it in half and then in half again. And this end right here is what's going to be touching the medium. So selecting a vial, we're going to just insert it so that the bottom is touching, as shown here. And the final step in setting up these culture vials is to make sure to put on the plugs. Next up, we'll be using Alka-Seltzer tablets in order to anesthetize the flies. And so the first step in this is going to take the water and pour it into an empty vial. After that, we're going to set it down and take one of the Alka-Seltzer tablets and drop it in. Then, taking the rubber stopper with the tube attached, we're going to insert the other end into the vial with our fruit flies, carefully pushing the plug back before inserting the tip. And as you can see, the carbon dioxide is flowing from the Alka-Seltzer side to the fruit fly side. Although fruit flies are relatively small, especially when looking at them just with our eyes, they can be well visualized under a microscope. And so this is what you may see. And as you can see, there are subtle differences between the male fly on the left and the female fly on the right. The reason why we often want to separate the male and female flies in our experiments is to allow for a more homogeneous population in terms of experimentation and rule out other factors like, for example, pregnancy in the female flies, unless that's something that we're looking for. First up is the male fly. If you focus on its lower abdomen, you can see that there's a larger region where it is black, and it also has more of a rounded shape. In comparison, here is a female fly. So the main differences here is that there's less of that black region, and it also has a more pointed V shape. Looking back at this original picture, hopefully you can now tell the physical differences between the male and female fly. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video.